I'm 100% convinced that if we knew every story behind every product we buy, we would buy totally different. So I'm going to tell you about a bit of my story, but just to tell you the power of an idea. When I saw that you could have an idea, you could have nothing, and that if you really work hard, you have a bit of chance for sure, you can make it. I knew I was an entrepreneur. I knew it, so I lost control of my life that day. So I'm like, okay, let's start a business. With three of my best friends, we were going out like too much, okay, too much. And we said to ourselves, instead of going to spend our money into a bar that we don't know the owner, let's open our own resto bar. Worst idea ever, okay? It's not because you like to eat in a restaurant that you can have a restaurant. It's a friendly advice. It was catastrophic. So it went nowhere, but it was the best failure of my life. You can't imagine how nice it was to fail in that restaurant. I saw that vodka was popular. I didn't know anything about vodka. Vodka was the base of almost all martinis, almost all cocktails. So I said to myself, wow, vodka is so popular. I had a restaurant that was going nowhere. I called it the Titanic because it was big and it was like drowning. But the real name wasn't the Titanic, but I had three best friends. It was beginning to be three best enemies. So I said, okay, Nick, calm down. Try to save the restaurant. Try to save the friendship you have with your three best friends. And try to build the love you have with Caroline. For years, this thing haunted me. Until I realized that in business, there's a huge difference between quitting and knowing when to stop. So I was walking from the restaurant to my place, and I'm like, wow, welcome to business, Nick. Just lost everything. What are you going to do? I went on Google, typed 5 letters that changed my life. V-O-D-K-A, vodka, changed my life. A couple of months later, I started to have some things to pay, but I had no money. I was a night janitor in a hospital, part-time, $11 an hour. So it's not like that you're going to build a night structure like to go see an accountant or a lawyer. I had no money for that. So I said to myself, you know what, Nick? Just finish your business plan, and when it's finished, go see banks. But I wasn't convinced. You know what? Why? Because I had no money and I had no experience. I had a political science degree and I wanted to do vodka. The first guy who wanted to do vodka in Quebec. Good luck. I wake up 4 years later. 4 years, 48 months. Calculate, okay? 48 months. I had a postdoctoral degree in janiting floors, if it's a word. And Caroline, for some reason, she stayed with me. Caroline stayed with me and get a second job to pay my rent. I still believed in it. I believed in it. You know what? If you don't believe in your product, you're dead. After I bottled everything, there's 900 cases of 12 bottles. I know maybe 8 people in life. I'm like, man, I'm dead. I just killed myself. Send the bottles to SAQ. 48 hours later, I receive an email. It's called SAQ Commercialisation. My first order, I'm like, oh my God, life is good. I open the email, start to read, too many words. But there's one word at the end of the email, rejected. The first Tuesday of December 2009, my life exploded. You won the competition? I'm like, what? Which competition? What? No, it's a mistake. It's a mistake. Trust me, it wasn't my vodka. Trust me. Just check back. She's like, no, pure vodka, it's you. I'm like, yeah, you won the competition. We just won the biggest award in the world's most prestigious competition. We've been named world's best vodka in the biggest vodka competition before selling 1 bottle. I have the best news since Jesus Christ, okay? And nobody answers. A couple of hours later, it was like 10 o'clock at night. I was exhausted. And I see Caro getting up. She starts to like pack my lunch. I'm like, oh my God, oh man, I have a real life. Like, I have the world's best vodka, but I still have to go clean floors. I'm like, what? I'm like, man, that's life. I was the proudest janitor on planet Earth. You don't understand. I was dancing with my mop. Trust me, lambada style. Yeah, this guy's on fire. Thank you very much. That's entrepreneurship for me. You know what? It's all about believing in your ideas. It's all about doing the idea you have. And it's all about not really listening to people who's going to say your idea is crazy. Failure doesn't exist under 25.